Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nalu Mind the Flow. Grateful to have you here today, whether you're joining for the first time or returning after having shared time with us before. Welcome. Today is day 19 of our journey with Nalu as they explore and experiment with various mindfulness and meditation techniques during our 28-day journey together. So maybe find a comfy spot and relax a little bit as we join Nalu as they walk along the shoreline today. So Nalu is back along their favorite piece of shoreline after having practiced for many days and many minutes doing different kinds of work inside themselves with their breath, noticing sensation, and then maybe observing the world around them. And as they begin to learn more about the world around them and the flows and the waves that are happening, they're walking along the shoreline and they're looking down in the distance, and they can see other figures there along the shoreline with them. They can't quite make out who those figures are or what their attributes are, but they notice that there are other people out there in the world with them. And now as Nalu tunes into the breath and tunes into the breathing and starts noticing their breathing going in and out, and at the same time, whether with their eyes opened or with their eyes closed, they are seeing those people at the distance along the shoreline with them. And they're paying attention to the feeling of their breath, the texture of their breath, and just noticing how the breath moves in and moves out of their bodies. And so we can do the same. You're welcome to have your eyes opened or your eyes closed at this time. Relax into the seat, relax into your standing or walking pose if you happen to be walking, and just observing the breath coming into the body and the breath flowing out from the body for a minute here. And then noticing if there are any sensations or feelings that are associated with the breath, or noticing any practice that you've had from previous days of our journey together, any sensations or feelings that are happening along with the breath. You're welcome to acknowledge those now and experience those sensations as they come about. And for today, as Nalu is becoming aware of the people around them, we can let ourselves become aware of a person or people in our lives for today. This could be somebody recent or somebody from a long time ago, or maybe somebody that you'd like to meet in the future, but any person or personality that you have in your life that you want to visualize as if they were one of those people down there along the shoreline, a little bit at a distance, but maybe thinking about that person or that personality, and at the same time noticing the sensations that are happening on the body, or noticing the quality or sensations that are happening with the breath, as we simultaneously lend our attention to both the internal sensation and the external observation that we have of this person or personality in our lives. And just observing that interaction and observing that observation as it happens. And just spending a couple of minutes with that. along with the breath. And as the breath comes into the body and the breath moves out from the body, and you continue to use your storytelling mind to refer to that person or personality that might be in your life, maybe notice if there are qualities changing in the breath, and maybe take notice of what are those things that you observe and notice to be true about that person or personality, and what are the things or aspects that your mind tells as stories and embellishments about that person or personality. And take stock and notice which ones flow with the breathing and flow with the sensations in the body and how they flow together. And just notice and observe and watch, and maybe remain curious for the next minute or two together here. And as you continue to observe and notice, perhaps feelings or sensations arise in the body. Acknowledge those sensations, observe those sensations, and continue to maybe use the quality of the breath moving in and going out, or maybe use the sensations on the body as they're naturally occurring as an anchor point for you as you continue to consider this person or personality that's there with you in your thoughts right now. And as we get near the end of our time here together today, perhaps take any final thoughts or considerations that you have for that person. Maybe thank the person or personality for being there with you for that moment, and then send them back down along the shoreline, back into the distance, back to the rest of the people there along the shore as you return your awareness back to the room, the current scenario and situation, and maybe taking stock of any emotions or changes in your breathing or changes in sensation that might have happened during the time that you were considering and contemplating the folks that were there with us. And as you come back to the room and you start to notice the sounds and the senses of the room around you, maybe feeling a little bit more relaxed or a little bit more at ease, or perhaps more curious about things that are going on, I welcome you back to the room and to the top of the hour. And I thank you so much for joining today on Nalu Mind the Flow.